All right. Hello everybody. Um at the time of this recording, it is 2:45 December 31st. Um right there. December 31st. That could zoom in. 2024, the last day of 2024. Um this is basically just going to be, I don't know when this is going to be uploaded, but probably not in 2024, but I'm basically going to go over just my goals and everything for the upcoming year, and it's gonna be more of a talking to you guys type of video. Whether this gets views or doesn't get any views doesn't really matter. Whoever sees this, just pretend it's like me and you just talking one on one, just trying to prove to you that this is possible. There may be like maybe one edit because I have to catch a train in an hour, so I'm about to leave right now. But I just want to record the intro in the 2024 so that way I can at least have something in 2024. But until then, I'll see you guys for the rest of the video, maybe on my phone or in 2025 when I come back. But hope you guys have an amazing New Year's. We'll talk about this when I come back. Peace out. Alright, what's up, guys? I'm back. Today is January 2nd, 2025. You're probably gonna see one edit in this video. I think you can see that January 2nd, yeah. 2 in the morning actually. But there's probably only gonna be one edit in the video just from me recording the intro on December 31st, cause I had a train to catch and I'm finally back home. It was sort of just a quick visiting family for New Year's type of thing. But this video is gonna be a raw, different video. I know it's different from my training content, but it's gonna be a raw, just raw video of just me just saying my goals in 2025. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, but the date is January 2nd. Um, I don't know if I want to upload this at the end of the year and then just post my accomplishments then, and then we'll probably just do it now and then come back to it at the end of the year. But I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling after I'm recording this video. I'm gonna be rotating with my eyes looking like in my camera or just at my screen right here. But with that being said, let's get right on into it. This is just gonna be straight up from my notebook because I feel like if I just blurted it out, if I just blurted it out, excuse me, I was gonna stutter way too much, and I know you guys don't really like to hear people stutter. If you guys do, then um, welcome. But this is gonna be something just totally new, something different, and yeah, I wrote this down literally December 31st, literally just writing what was coming to my mind and what I really want to do, and a continuation from last year, honestly. But other than that, let's get right on into it. Personal goals for 2025. I literally wrote the date December 31st, 2024. But as I wrap up the previous year and leap on into the new year, these are specific goals I will hit in the new year, and they are as following. So, spiritually, number one is connect with God. If God doesn't exist in your life, then your life is basically just not complete, or will honestly just never be complete. And I look, you want to speak on that actually. I have a journal in my closet actually from 2023, and in one of my journals I used to actually journal. That journal completely fell off, by the way. Like I got it in like November. I started journaling from like November to like December like 31st, and I'm gonna see if I can find it and probably post it on TikTok. But I literally said I want to start praying more, and going into 2024, I literally did the exact that. I prayed 5 times a day. I tried to get more close with God. I actually recited more, and I fell off crazy. I'm gonna be so honest. Like I'd be lying to say if I prayed 5 times a day every single day for all 2024. Complete lie. I fell off within like after like 5 months actually. Within like 4 to 5 months, around like the May to like beginning of June area. I fell off and I didn't pray for like I think like until like August, and this was also the year I learned day trading as well. So, and I'm still learning, by the way. I'm currently unprofitable. Obviously, I'm gonna proudly admit that until I become profitable. That's why I'm on YouTube and TikTok in the first place. But excuse me, I was learning trading at that time, and while I was praying, I was actually being consistent with trading, literally learning from TJR's bootcamp And it's crazy because as soon as I wanted to start to learn how to start day trading, that was the same day his trading transformation came out too. So I was like, yo, like this might be a sign from God, like low key. But at that time, I was learning crazy, taking notes literally on this notebook right here. And like as you can see, this notebook is literally just like freaking like just used up to the max. Like it's not done because obviously you always have so much learning to do, but it has like everything that I basically needed to start putting myself in the actual markets and winning trades, losing trades, etc. You name it. But while I was praying, I was consistent with this. As soon as I stopped praying, I stopped being consistent with everything else in my life. I was also reading at this time. I was also kind of locked in with school because I was a senior at that time, but I wasn't really caring about school. But I was locked in with everything. Like whatever it is, you name it, I was locked in with work, locked in with reading, locked in with school, locked in with trading as well. And as soon as I fell out of prayers and just low key fell out with God, I don't really want to say it's a fallout, but I guess that's technically what you can call it. It was just raps for like a couple like months. I was literally just like doing nothing. I was just playing video games, wasting time away, literally just showing up late to work every day. And I think I almost got fired too because I was literally just showing up late. Like I would work at 4. I would come in at 4:45 without any warning or anything whatsoever. And my job, I worked retail back in my old state. I worked at CVS, and it was highly understaffed. So when I walked in, like it was just the manager there. But me and the manager were cool. But when my hiring manager was there, I would walk in so late, and she'd be like, "Yo, like, what are you doing?" And every time I wouldn't have an excuse. Like my other homie, like my other manager, he was my homie. He wouldn't care. Like he was chill. But at this time, my hiring manager was also there sometimes. She'd be like, "Yo, like, what are you doing?" He's on. Like, you need to lock in. Like, obviously, she wasn't saying you need to lock in, but she was like, "You need to get your stuff together, or else, like, you're gonna be fired." So I was like, "Yeah, you're right." But I also went home that same night. I was like thinking, this was an August night actually. I was like thinking, I was like, "What happened?" Like, I was so intact with everything. I was literally questioning, like, what happened? And I realized it was one, being lazy, two, not praying, three, just not being connected with myself. And after I realized my problems, that's a really good sign. Whenever you realize your problems that you have in life, that's a good first step into taking accountability for them and solving them. And from there, after I knew my problems, I was like, okay, I know my problems. How do I solve them? I was like, okay, I know how to solve them. I need to stop being lazy. I need to stop procrastinating. I need to start praying, start actually getting closer with God and actually like doing it from the will of my heart. And that's exactly what I did. Obviously, I didn't have any perfect days. No one is perfect. We're all human. Remember that. Just because you're consistent doesn't mean you're gonna have perfect results every single day. Some days you're gonna flop. Some days you're gonna miss. But it's perfect. We're human. That's how life goes. That's how God made us to be. But started praying again. Obviously, I missed some days. Just recently, I was praying really consistently until like maybe like I want to say like November. I started being shaky. Like I would just not pray one day, next day pray everything. Like it was getting bad, and then I realized like I need to like pick up the pace again. And at this moment, I actually started my YouTube channel as well, and I was also learning how to trade and being not successful in the markets, but actually like learning how the markets were doing, how the market just worked on everything. But yeah, in the 2025, I do want to pray more. I do want to recite more. I do want to get to know. I do want to get to know God. Just literally just become closer with Him, like to like the friends level. Just honestly, not even for no personal gain. Just like within my heart, because like I don't know, you can't really achieve full happiness if you don't have that connection with God. At least in my eyes, because you can have everything you want in the world. You can have money. You can have the cars. You can have the houses. Like everything. But if your spiritual connection is not there, you will never be happy. You're going to resort to other things to feel that happiness, whether it's drinking, drugs, smoking, you name it. That's just genuinely how it is. Like, literally, just look at the top dogs above us, like celebrities, for example. But, yeah, that's number one spiritual goal for 2025. And it's really just my number one outlined. It's literally just to get closer with God. Um, I generally think that's the most important one. And I know that I will fulfill it in 2025, God willing. Number two, try to grow my brands more, whether it's TikTok or YT or both at the same time or Twitter. This is not really a spiritual one, but this is my second one. But these are not in order, by the way. I just think the number one, God, was just the most important, so I had to put it as number one. But on the brands, I don't really have any crazy expectations. Like this year, I just really just want to just be like, be upfront with you guys, just be normal, just like I don't know, just be real, and I don't know, like wherever that takes me, like thank God, and like thank you guys, obviously, but I just genuinely just want to be real, because I don't know, a lot of these influencers are real, and like sometimes like we'll have some people switch up, but not always. Like I still love my OGs. Shout out TJR, More Trades. Those are literally like my idols, like my inspiration, like the reason why I'm in this game. Jordan Welch is literally another reason why I started my YouTube. Like, say what you want about these guys, but like you cannot convince me that they're not genuine. Like I look at these guys and I'm like, bro, these are like my idols. Like one day I want to meet them. I want to like be their friend. I just want to like shake their hands and be like, you got me to where I am today. Like thank you so much. But and obviously thank God too. But as on the brands, I also have a Twitter as well. But Twitter is mainly just like the crypto side of things. Like literally on the contrary to freaking YouTube and TikTok where I just talk about day trading and all that and just like real life stuff. But crypto is mainly on my Twitter. If you guys want to go follow my Twitter, I'll link it down below in the description. I'm low key kind of like I'm not known in crypto Twitter, but like I don't know, I'm slowly gaining traction. Like I'm gaining some verified followers that are followed by like actual people in the crypto space. So we all start somewhere. But yeah, YouTube wise, I just want to post consistently, just show you guys like the real like true stuff of day trading. This is definitely gonna be a different video than everything. I just want to show you guys just like how it is, like whether I win, whether I lose. Like right now, like I'm still losing. Like literally my last video, I didn't even take a trade because I had a doctor's appointment, and the trade I would have took would have been a crazy trade because I marked out all my confluences and I missed my setup because I had to go to the doctor's appointment, which honestly just shattered my heart. Because if you go back to the previous video, you can see like I had everything down packed, strategy to strategy, but unfortunately, it's the way of the game. You can't hate the game, hate the player. I mean, you can't hate the player, just hate the game. But yeah. On the number three, connect with myself and being able to connect with nature. This honestly can fold into the spiritual one. So, one and three, in the spiritual tab of things, I do actually want to go outside. Um, Number one, obviously, 2024, I was going outside way more than I was 2023. I will openly admit that, but not as much as I wanted. Number one reason for that, the phone. Like, literally, it's the phone. Like, if you guys are just doing nothing and you're just scrolling and you guys want to do something, that's literally just brainwash. And I've started to realize that a lot of the reason why we're just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling is because we're just addicted. Literally just addicted. And one of my goals for 2024 is if I'm on my phone just scrolling, I want to just stop and just like get outside, even just get outside in general. Because at the end of the day, it's like your parents always tell you, it's the phone, and it's literally like it's genuinely just the phone. Like if you guys could just sit here and just watch this video without going on your phone, then you're already ahead of like 98% of people. But if you go on your phone while watching this video, like it's good, but that just proves that like you're addicted, and it's okay. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I go on a video, I pull out my phone, and I'm just like on some stuff for like 5 minutes, and then I lock in on the video. That's addictiveness right there, and I feel like that's something I personally want and need to cut out in order to be successful. Like obviously, if I'm not making money through my phone, why do I need to look for? Why, if I'm not making money or talking to my family, why do I need to actually be on it? Like there's really no reason. Like scrolling on Instagram, looking at other people's lives, that really doesn't entice me as much. Obviously unless it's freaking my idols, then. But that being said, I think obviously who wouldn't? Because like they inspire me. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for that side of things. At the end of the day, it's got to get off the damn phone. Like that's really gonna cause like a lot of bad things. Not bad things, but it's just gonna be making you guys just out of touch, and it made me out of touch. So I really just want to connect with nature, go outside more, just look at what we have. Like literally look at the creations that are around us, because we take it for granted whether we know it or not. But number four, be more social. try to go up to people and openly introduce myself and build more social skills. This low key might be a what you call it. This low key just might be just a social skill, like a social type of goal, in my opinion. But I genuinely want to just, I don't know, I just want to be open. Obviously, um, I want to be open with everything. I want to just introduce myself more. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had a family member knock on my door, so that's probably just gonna be like two edits. But what should I call it? And I'm currently getting a phone call right now. Give me one quick second. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you're probably gonna see another edit. I had to freaking take a phone call. That is definitely my fault. But back to it, we were on goal number four, be more social. But honestly, I think everyone could do this, not just me. Like I feel like if you do want to like make connections, like whether if it's even in the real world or online, nowadays everything is online, but making connections in the real world could also get you places as well. I feel like it gets you more places than it does online. Excuse me, especially because you know the person, but unless you met up with the person online, like in real life. But other than that, I feel like building more social skills is also good. You don't want to be someone crumped up at home, just not knowing how to talk to people outside, not knowing how to talk to girls, not knowing how to talk to just guys, or just try to be friends, or even just look for a freaking um romantic partner in general. Like I feel like it's something we everyone needs. I feel like it's a skill everyone should at least acquire, like at least sooner rather than later. Cause I mean, you never know what you're gonna need it for. A job, um, freaking talking to your college advisors, high school counselors, like you name it, whatever. As long as you have a social skill, as long as you have social skills in general, you'll be fine. You won't need to worry about that social anxiety, whatever is creeping up behind your back. You could just talk with confidence, be prideful of who you are and your grammar, and just let it flow from there. But yeah. Goal number five: take advantage of reading more, especially reading about how to solve your current issues and gain knowledge. I heard Jordan Walsh talk about this literally in one of his videos, literally not on his main channel, but one of his unmonetized raw channels. And he actually had a couple points. Number one was reading more. This year I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I read a couple other books. And this year I do want to go back to them because I feel like I read them, but I didn't fully grasp the knowledge that I was really seeking and trying to attain during my reading period with these books. So me personally, I'm going to go back and read them and actually just gain the knowledge, reread, and write down what I've learned from, you know, spending my time reading these novels and these knowledge books, because at the end of the day, knowledge is power. Where do you get knowledge from? Number one, in my opinion, is books. Like you're gonna learn more from actually reading, writing down what you learned, and actually applying that in real life rather than just watching a video. And Jared, you can argue, say a video you can learn from, and I 100% agree. Like I've learned trading from watching YouTube videos. Like it's not that hard, but in the real world, and I feel like in general, like you just gain knowledge from reading. Like we were born and taught at a really young age that you gain knowledge from reading, and that is honestly cannot be more true. So I do think this year I am going to read a lot more, and especially about current problems. This was also a really great point that he brought up. He what call it? He shouted out this one book. I totally forgot what it is. My apologies, Jordan. If you're somehow watching this video, my apologies. I do apologize for forgetting the book that you shouted out. But he did bring up a great point. He said, "I really like this book. If there's one book I want you guys to read, is this book." And I was like, I'll check it out. And then he later on continued to say, like, if you're gonna read books about, that book might not even fit your reading style, like however, like whatever situation you're in. If you're gonna read books, at least like make it like you're reading it like on your issue and trying to solve your issue. Like for example, let's say I'm a bad chess player. Me personally, I think I'm pretty mid. Like I'm pretty like I can hold my ones in chess, but like obviously I'm not like top of the best. Say I want to get good at chess. Say I'm bad, right? And I'll read a book about chess, how to get good at chess, how to get better at chess, how to read my next opponent's moves. One, That's my issue. 2, I got a book to solve the issue. 3, I'm reading the book to solve my issue, to fix my issue, to just not have that issue. You get what I'm saying? So that's number 5, is to just take advantage of reading more. Especially I want to find books in my situation that I'm currently in. Obviously I'm trying to be financially free. I want to learn how to manage more of my finances, how to have good credit, how to build my portfolios on basically everything that I have, whether it's physically or virtually, because I do have crypto as well. I do have um, money in the bank as well. And yeah, um, knowledge is power, knowledge is key. Knowledge will get you far in life, trust me. Whether it's trading, because believe it or not, this is knowledge as is. Like, this book is filled with knowledge. This is literally also filled with knowledge. It's like, as well as this journal, is literally just my trading recaps and everything filled with knowledge. What? This book right here on my desk, let me pull it right here. This right here, full of knowledge. Anything that you could read from and seek a lesson in that is knowledge. Always remember that. But with that being said, let's move on to the next one. Number 6 is, this is honestly on my side of things. Obviously, what my brand is, day trading. Obviously, I'm recording my journey, and I just want to be real with you guys, show you guys that, look, this is a real person doing this, and I actually want to just do this so I could just, I don't know, get out with the message that you guys can do this too if you're scared. Like, it's okay to be scared. I'm scared as well. Every time I record a video, I'm scared. But we're not gonna be able to grow if we don't do the things that we're scared of. You feel me? Or maybe I said that wrong. But we're not gonna be able to grow if we don't do the things that we're scared of. Yeah, I said that right. But if you're scared of something, do it, because at the end of the day, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Shout out Kelly Clarkson. And number 2, you're gonna grow from it. You're gonna learn. You're gonna be like, wow, I just did that. You're gonna actually be happy. You're gonna be proud. You're gonna be more confident. Like I said, I'm scary. Like, I've only uploaded like a couple videos. I'm still scared every time I upload. Like, even if my YouTube gains traction in the future, I'm still gonna be scared, because it's like, I'll have the confidence, but it's like, I'll be recording something new every time. Or even if it's the same content, it'll be something different. And it's like, wow, what if the people are not gonna like this? Like, you never know. But it's okay, because haters are just a part of YouTube. And if you don't have haters, you're not doing it right. Trust me. Literally, I think someone in like one of my first like 3 YouTube videos, if you go in the comments, someone literally was like, uh, everyone moved on to quant trading. Regular day trading is for I think that person said like something on the lines of like ghetto no, ratchet people or something like that. I was like, bro, what? Like, honestly, I looked at that comment, I just laughed, because at the end of the day, what is hate gonna do me? Obviously, that person was trying to call me like some ratchet person or something, but I just looked at my phone, I laughed, and I was like, hey man, hope I can help you on your journey, and wish the best for you. But at the end of the day, you gotta kill them with kindness. But on to number 6. This is being able to become profitable on demo and backtesting before anything for 3 months. Now, I had this goal back in 2023, and I was profitable in the months of October and November. December, I literally did not take a trade. Like, if I did, I probably lost one trade, but I could literally almost guarantee I took like no trades, because the proof is literally right there on my YouTube. Like, I probably took like no trades, or maybe like a handful. When I mean handful, like less than 3. But this month, I heard so many people talk about how bad December price action was gonna be, so I was like, bet, I'm gonna backtest. I'm just gonna wake up, still do everything that I'm doing, and just not trade. But if I see a setup, I'll take the setup. And my setups were literally not happening. Like, my beginning of one of my strategies is wait for liquidity to be swept after market opens. Pre-market, liquidity will be swept, and I'm like, okay, you know what? My setup's not even gonna be there, but it's all good. We have January, and obviously during that backtesting time, I was also profitable backtesting, only for 1 month though, because I'm still new in the backtesting game. So I guess this year we won't start it. We won't like restart the process. I'll probably won't even technically count December, but we're still gonna keep it going. I do want to be profitable for 3 months, and I do want to be confident and profitable 3 months on each demo and backtesting before I even think about buying an eval and continuing from there. Because at the end of the day, only way to really just be successful in the market is not even about money. It's really just about being successful and learning the skill. Is one, being confident. Two, having good psychology. Three, having an edge. This is debatably one of the most important things. Having an edge in the markets. And four, sitting back, staying calm, not letting your emotions get to you. That can play on psychology. That can play on the psychology part. But my opinion, I do think finding the edge is one of the most debatably important things. But different video, different topic for another time. But yeah, that's my goal number 6. That's really what I really push myself to be, and I'm really just gonna start working like my ass off because I am starting school quite soon actually, and it's gonna be kind of difficult, but I know it's gonna be so possible to just balance school, balance day trading, and honestly, I have a pretty good schedule on how I want to do it. So I'm seeing nothing but sunshine and rainbows. Obviously, there's gonna be tunnels. Obviously, there's gonna be clouds. There's gonna be rain. You know what they say? You can't have a rainbow without a little rain. You can't have a garden flourishing without rain. And when that happens, it's okay. Cause one, I know I got God with me. Two, I know we're gonna push through. Three, I know we're gonna get through the storm. We're gonna get through the tunnel. We're gonna get through the rain. We're gonna have a nice, flourishing garden with a rainbow in the future, God willing. But yeah, number 7, trust in Allah and recite more Quran. Um, ties back onto number 1. Honestly, spiritually, I'm gonna just honestly put my faith. Although I already have a whole bunch of my faith, I'm just gonna put like 100%. I think it was at like 80%, but I'm 100% fully on God and what I just cannot control. Because I think this is something a lot of people learn kind of late. It's kind of unfortunate because I had no one to tell them this, but gotta remember, like, things you cannot control, it's best to just leave it uncontrolled. Let the one above control everything for you that's uncontrolled. What you can control, that's your choice. Always remember that. Like, if you can control your phone addiction and you choose not to freaking put the phone down, that's on you. If you choose not to pray, if you choose not to backtest, if you choose not to read, if you choose not to do the things that in your life consistently that you want to build up in order to have that dream life in 3 to 5 years, because remember, we're thinking long term. And if you have all these choices and you know it's the right one and you're not going to do it, that's on you. And you have no one to blame but yourself. It's unfortunate if nobody told you it, and I'm the first one. I know it sucks, but the sooner that you realize that you're in the position that you are because it's your choices, I promise you, you're going to be way better off. You're going to start actually thinking clearly. You're going to start having that tunnel vision. You're actually going to start acting accordingly the way you are supposed to act. And yeah. And number 8, try to put myself first, to learn, to mind my business, and focus on myself. That was number 8. I do want to talk about this a little bit more. Focusing on myself, well, putting myself first, I guess you could say, is not really a stingy thing, but more of just like, it's my life. Like, I gotta see like how my life is gonna be before I, go um apprehend someone else. For example, like, I think this is actually a good thing that a lot of people should try to learn sooner rather than later, because number one, saying no is hard, especially if it's someone you love, if it's someone you care for, whether it's your girlfriend, whether it's your boyfriend, whether it's a family member, whether it's somebody you hold dear to you, and they ask you something and you say no, it's gonna hurt you. And like, you're lying to me if you tell me that it doesn't hurt. Like, obviously you would love to help that person that you love out. You would love to help that person that you hold dearly to out. But sometimes you gotta just think like, yo, when was the last time I put myself first? And I tell everyone that I love all the time, like, I genuinely tell them like, yo, like, you gotta pursue what you wanna pursue. Like, remember, like, this life, we only have one. This is your life. Like, you gotta pursue what you gotta pursue. Like, no matter what the sacrifices or what the consequences are, like, you gotta pursue that. Because at the end of the day, when time's gone, time's gone. Like, you cannot go back. And I think that's something a lot of people just don't really understand, or if they do understand, they don't want to come to terms with it. And it's unfortunate that they don't want to come to terms with it, because I feel like that's like a lot, like, a lot of humans now, like a lot of people on this earth, don't want to come to terms with the truth because they know that the truth is going to hurt them. But the truth is essential for growing. Otherwise, we're just going to stay in the same place that we are. And we're going to wonder why we're in the same place. Well, it's because we don't want to accept the truth to anything, which is why we're in the same place. So the quicker it is to accept the truth, the quicker it is to actually put yourself first, the quicker it is to know, like, yo, this is my life, the quicker it is that you're going to be succeeding without you even knowing, because you're going to be growing way more exponentially than you would ever think because you actually put yourself first. Not in a stingy way, remember, just in a way that will make sure it will accommodate you in the long run for good. Number 9, learn the elements of patience and discipline to really learn and understand why it is beneficial for us humans in order to practice it. Now, this low-key might sound like some Confucius type of thing, but nah. On some real notes, on some real stuff. Discipline and patience, I can honestly, genuinely argue, are the top two most hardest things for a human to really master. And if we really sit down and think, people that master discipline, people that mastered patience are either, honestly, not even either, it's both. They're really successful and they're really happy and they're complete in their life. That was three, but you know what I mean. Like, discipline, it's so hard to master, it's so hard to practice, and it's like crazy because it's like if you actually discipline yourself for a month, you're already ahead of like majority of people because a lot of people on this earth don't have discipline, and it's kind of crazy, but it's just the way life is. Two, patience. Like, it's in our human nature to just want things ASAP, want everything just go, come on. Like, it's in our human nature. Like, it's totally normal. I'm there. I'm still there. Like, I'm learning patience. I'm trying to implement it, and I'm not even gonna say like if I'm having a good job or bad job. Like, I'm not the one that's gonna say that. I'm just gonna let my results speak for itself. But everyone wants everything at a fast time. Everyone wants everything at a fast pace. But we have to learn that we're not gonna get everything we want in just such a short amount of time. We're gonna just have to learn how to wait and how to actually stay disciplined until we reach that goal. And I could honestly argue that being disciplined and staying disciplined and being patient and staying patient are both tests from God. Think about it. If you want something so bad, you pray for it or you and pray for it and manifest it. You're working your butt off so hard to obtain whatever it is you want, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere. You feel like you should want it sooner rather than later. Number one, that's already a test because it's like you know what you're doing is right. It's really only just a matter of time till you hit that breakthrough. So why give up or why just keep rushing? You already know if you're consistent, you know you're gonna have that breakthrough. So why even just rush? When you rush, you make mistakes. That's just in everything. I've learned that the hard way. When you rush, you're gonna make mistakes. Unless you're somehow so good at rush, you don't make mistakes. But I promise you, you're gonna rush. You're gonna make mistakes. If you're disciplined, and all of a sudden you just fall out of discipline, you're gonna fall out with everything else in your lifetime as well. Because remember, discipline is how you have a successful life. If you don't have a successful life, number one, you just don't have discipline. If you don't have discipline, number one, you don't have a successful life. You see how they kind of go hand in hand. But excuse me. Um, onto the point. I feel like me honestly, I do this year. I do want to learn like the true definitions of it and the true practices of it and how to actually implement that in my life way more than I was doing in 2024 and 2023. 2023, I had no discipline at all. 2024, I was actually gaining traction of patience and the art of discipline and actually applying it in my day-to-day lifetime. Was I perfect? No. No one was perfect. Like no one is perfect. Like I could literally both hands up, I swear, like I was not perfect at all. Like it is so crazy. Like I was not perfect. But was I trying? Yes. And at the end of the day, trying is what matters. Because trying gets you closer to perfect than not trying doesn't. Like think about it. It's common sense. But um this year I do want to, no, not even want to, I will try more on implementing both of these arts practices into my life and just really just have the mindset like great things take time. Great things come with people that have good discipline and consistency. because at the end of the day, if we look at everyone that's successful, all of these content creators, all these entrepreneurs, all of these artists, musicians, you name it, they're disciplined, they're patient. That's why they are where they are today. And if you look at someone else that's trying to come up and they're not grateful on, like, if they have like 100,000 subscribers and they're just not grateful and they want more, like, wanting more is good, but not being grateful is not good. And they'll just stay there because they're not patient at all. But don't want to really rant too much. But number 9 literally just locks in with number 8 as well. Literally says word for word. Oh, you can't even see it, but word for word it says, learn that everything comes in due time. And I feel like once you really lock your mindset and really take the time to really understand that, okay, everything will come in due time, then until then it's really just a matter of time. Like, if you know what you're doing is right, trading wise, if you know your strategy is good, if you know you have a good RR, if you know your psychology is good, if you know you're passing funded accounts, but you're just making dumb mistakes, number one, stop those mistakes. Like, I'm not even profitable, but I will tell you to stop those mistakes. Number one, stop those mistakes. You're gonna be so crazy, like, you don't even know how good you'll be at trading after you stop those mistakes. Number two, you just gotta keep it going, like, and you'll break through. You'll see that funded trader. You'll see that payout in due time, and then in a year or two, maybe even less, you'll be profitable. Like, it's crazy. And then you'll be like, wow, like, I was just here a couple months ago, and then you're like, wow, everything really does come in due time. And that's really pretty much everything to wrap it up. These were my 10 goals. I obviously have a couple more that are mentally that I don't want to speak about in private, because I mean in public, because if you tell everyone your public goals, you probably won't accomplish all of them. So they're basically just my highlights. And my mental goals I'll talk about probably in the next video, like the next goal video, like obviously next year or at the end of the year. We'll see how far we come along. But yeah, other than that, um at the end I literally said inshallah I will complete these, God willing, by the way, if anyone is unfamiliar with this term. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this long video. It's gonna be quite a long one. It's gonna be very different than the average one. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys for my next video. Let's have an amazing 2025 full of learning and growth. No arrogancy, no jealousy, no backbiting, no ignorancy, none of that. Straight learning and growth. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for, and to worship God, of course. But learning and growth. Let's do this. Hope I can bring you guys at the top with me. And see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.